Every time I look in the mirror, this story stares right back at me. You see that bump on my head? Right there? Well, it was 2012 and I was out of town for work. And inexplicably, passed out. Slammed my head on the pavement. Blood everywhere. I get rushed to the hospital. They do a CAT scan. There's nothing wrong with me. They stitch me up, put some gauze on my head, and I go back to work. My boss takes one look at the hematoma and says, "You can't work looking like that. Go home." So it takes me about 5 hours to get home. And I find my wife in bed, very ill, almost unable to move. I rush to the hospital. They do a CAT scan. They find a brain tumor. They say if I hadn't gotten there within hours, she would have been in a coma. We do emergency surgery. They pull a lemon-sized tumor out of the right frontal lobe of her brain, precisely where I hit my head.
Ooh, yes. Okay, this one's for me. So my parents were getting their house redone in about 2012. So they hired a contractor, a family friend of ours, and they had to blow the wall out in the kitchen. So about a few weeks into the project, I get a phone call from him, which is like super weird. I don't live there. And he's like, "I need you to come down to the house. I found something." I'm like, shit. I don't know what that is. Anyway, so I get there and he had found this. Now, that's me going to Tokyo on February 13th, 1996. Now, I have never been to Tokyo. No one in my family has been to Tokyo. I don't know anyone who's been to Tokyo, and that was in the wall in my parents' house.
So my dad always wanted a son. He just kept trying, and he just couldn't give up. I have 3 sisters. He kept trying. And then there was me. I was finally born. I wasn't supposed to be born on the day that I was born. I think my due date was earlier or later, I forget. But my dad, the day that I was born, he had to cancel work. And the day that he had to cancel work, he had a security meet on the 101st floor of Tower 1 of the Twin Towers. And I was born on September 11th, 2001. So my dad didn't go to work that day, and he got a baby boy. Oh.